How's it going, everyone? And welcome to another episode of Animal Talk Podcast with me, Ryan Ferguson.
And me, Aiton King.
How's it, Aiton? How's it going?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Yay.
What are we talking about today?
Yeah, so really excited about this episode because we get to talk about a really cool workshop that's coming up at Johannesburg Zoo. And we have an awesome guest with us today. So I'm going to pass this one over to you and you can introduce our guest.
I'm very excited about this one because, of course, we all love a good workshop when it comes to animals, animal training, animal welfare. And today we have Candice Gray joining us. Hello, Candice.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Hello. We good. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. Excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
Candice, could you tell us a little bit more about yourself and where you are today and the things that you do at Johannesburg Zoo?
Yeah, so I have been in the industry for going on 15 years now. I started out as a companion animal behaviorist and dog trainer. And around about the time of completing my studies, I got a volunteer job at the Johannesburg Zoo working with Cope, who I studied with, and the zoo on sort of making an enrichment program for them, just helping them where they needed some help, because at the time they didn't have an enrichment officer. So I was volunteering there for might have been about 2 years, and then they actually opened up a post of enrichment officer, and I applied and I got the job, and I've been there for 7 years now. And I run up the enrichment department for all the animals, so the whole zoo. All 2,000 of those animals.
Wow, that's a decent amount of animals.
It's crazy.
Yeah, obviously I don't work by myself. I work with the keepers and curators and the hospital and the kitchen and everyone. But yeah, when it comes down to preparations and plans and workshops, it's me.
Yeah, it's a very important position in a zoological facility is enrichment. So good to you and well done for all the work that you do. So thank you for that.
Thanks.
And so something that we ask our guests every time that come onto the podcast, and a lot of people go, oh no, do I have to answer this question? Yes, you do. And that is, what is your favorite animal?
No pressure.
No pressure. This is a hard one. I think I'm going to go with elephant.
You get extra points if you say fish.
Sorry, fish.
No fish. We're done. Fish are done. They're out. Swim away. Swam off.
Yeah, it's elephant.
Elephant. Wow, that's very cool. Why elephant?
I work a lot with our 3 elephants. I started working with them as a volunteer when I first got there, and then I have obviously spent almost every single day with them since, because they need a lot of work and they need a lot of enrichment. It's an elephant-sized job. Anyway, working so closely with them, and then working with other elephants in human care across the country. I've become very fond of them.
Amazing. Yeah. In my time at the zoo, also got an awesome opportunity to work with the elephants, especially with Lummy, and loving her little basket that she puts on her head when she goes to eat. And yeah, it's such a cool animal to work with up close, obviously in protective contact, but still up close and getting to see those magnificent animals, which is really amazing.
Yeah, we've just got so much to learn from them, and if you're thinking about animals and their cognition and their emotions, I think elephants are definitely one to work with because they give you a lot of that.
Definitely.
So Candice, do you want to tell us a little bit about the workshop that's coming up at Joburg Zoo?
Sure. So it is a animal welfare focused workshop. And this year we are partnering with Wild Welfare. And we have got two exciting guests coming from Wild Welfare, one being Dave Morgan. He is one of the founders and the field director, and I think many of the people in our industry in South Africa will know him because he is a founding member of FASA. And Dave has been working across the globe for a very long time. We won't give away his numbers. It's just advocating for captive wildlife, and then redefining industry standards across mostly Southern Africa, China, Southeast Asia, just to name a few. And then our second person is Margaret Whittaker, and she is the executive director of Wild Welfare USA. So she's joining us from the US. She is an independent animal behavior specialist consultant. And she's been working with facilities and sanctuaries in North, Central, and South America, Europe, Asia, Southeast Asia, India, again, just across the globe. And she is also a Shape of Enrichment workshop instructor. And she'll be taking us through a variety of topics as well, which will be behavior management, animal welfare principles, very exciting, animal training, and then enrichment as well.
Yeah,
that's very exciting.
Very cool.
I know we've been lucky to have both Dave and Margaret down at Two Oceans. Actually, they did a brief presentation there, and it was just amazing the stuff that I think they spent like a few days with us, but just the amount of information they picked up on our own animals from someone coming from outside and just coming into a facility, but they were so in tune with animal behavior. It was really amazing. So yeah, that sounds amazing. And this workshop, do you think can you tell us maybe like, is it very theory based? Is there some practical work? And then how many days is the workshop as well?
Okay, so it is a 4-day workshop. Day one is going to be largely theory day. So it's going to be Dave giving us a keynote. And that's exploring the role of empathy in animal welfare. So he'll be talking to us about that. Yeah. And then on day one, we also are inviting facilities to submit abstracts. So we've got 4 spots available for keepers specifically. We want to hear from, the animal keepers or enrichment officers in the facilities. We're trying to focus on keepers this year, having a space to present their work to us.
Yeah.
In our previous workshops, it's been very much having people come in and give a workshop where the keepers are spoken to. And this year, we kind of wanted to focus a little bit on hearing from the keepers as well. So that'll be day one. Will be Dave and whoever the keepers are. So please submit your abstracts. The closing date for that is the 2nd of September.
I think that's very exciting, Candice, about the keepers having that opportunity to also be able to present, which is very helpful because then you can get their side of the whole scoop of their career and what they experience, which is really,
so that's
really
exciting. And then
cool.
days 2 to 4 will be Margaret. And then it's very, you get a little bit of theory, and then after the theory, there is practical before you move on to the next part of the theory. So like, for example, we'll be doing behavior management, and then there will be a little bit of a practical space or discussion, and then we'll go on to the next subject or the next heading. And then we actually are going to have a rope work, which I'm really excited about, for knots and splicing and that sort of thing, because, you need to be able to tie good knots.
All the enrichment. Yeah.
And that's not me. So, rope work. And then we will be doing a bit of animal training as well. So the participants will be able to have a go at training one of our animals, which is really cool. We're excited about that.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. And especially for that, cool. For day one, for all the keepers that are listening that are thinking of attending the workshop, there's there's a space there just for you. So definitely, if you want to submit an abstract, I think you should, if you're listening to this.
Definitely. I think it's a good time then to bring up the affiliation with SAAKA as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that kind of stems into that. And Candice, can you tell us a little bit about how you're going to be helping the keepers that are members of SAAKA?
Yeah, so on day one as well, we are having Catherine from SAAKA chat to us a little bit about the association. And then because we sort of wanting everything to be very keeper focused, we are offering the SAAKA members, the paid up members, a discounted rate. So the cost of the workshop is 1,200 Rand, but if you're a paid up SAAKA member, then it'll be 1,000 Rand, and that's for the 4-day workshop.
That's very cool.
Also
Yay.
includes a very light meal and refreshments. We know budgets are tight, so we're trying to keep these workshops, we're trying to keep the costs down so that everyone can
Yeah.
attend. So we are doing things, as cost effective as possible. So yeah, there is that discount, and then there's also an early bird discount for everybody else, which will also be 1,000 Rand, and that needs to be paid by the 5th of August, which I think is next week, Tuesday. Sorry, I don't know actually, but the 5th of August.
Yeah, next week, Tuesday. Yeah.
Great. Sounds great. I'm really glad about the affiliation and getting involved a little bit more with that.
So, speaking on the workshop, maybe we must just refresh everybody on the venue, and then also the current dates of the workshop. When will the Joburg Zoo be hosting this workshop? We've already chatted about the dates for submitting abstracts. So yeah, when is the workshop taking place, and where will it be?
Okay, so the date of the workshop is the 7th to the 10th of October, 2025. It is this October. And it is at the Joburg Zoo. So it'll be at our conference center, will be the theory part, and then obviously practicals will take place across the zoo.
Okay, and is there also maybe a cutoff date to obviously book for the workshop?
The cutoff date for the registration is the 1st of October. So that'll just give us a week to prep the catering.
Okay, awesome. So that yeah, I always find it funny. I think, in the zoo and aquarium industry, we always apologize for conferences that you're not going to get a full-on lunch. But then again, also if you going to the conference just for the lunch, I don't think you should be attending the conference. I think everybody's there always to work and see the animals. So don't go to a conference based on the food.
It's not about the lunch, guys. It is about animal welfare.
It's not about the food. It's about learning and growing, okay? Excellent. And for those listeners that haven't heard our other episodes, just to reiterate that SAAKA is the South African Animal Keepers Association, a new association that was started December 2024. And if you'd like to know a little bit more about SAAKA and how to become a member, you're welcome to check our descriptions at the bottom of this podcast or go to our social media for more information.
And then, Candice, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us about the workshop? Anything else that you think is important that the listeners should know about the workshop and what to expect?
I think we have covered everything, but I think, just register and be prepared to come interact with us and share and participate and learn and network. I love a good workshop for networking myself. Just getting to meet everyone, see what else, what everyone's doing out there. And then, again, just submit your abstracts because we are really excited about hearing from you.
Awesome
stuff. I think workshops are like mini conferences, which always is exciting because you get to connect with people at the same time. So that's great. You're learning together. What better way to do that?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, just like we're discussing with the workshop and what we've been trying trying to do with the podcast as well. It's just connecting like-minded people in the industry. And I mean, what a better place to, meet others that are working in the industry and to be in a workshop where we're discussing welfare, animal training. So yeah, it looks awesome and I'm excited for it.
Cool.
Yeah, hopefully our listeners are excited. Hopefully the keepers are excited. And it's a successful workshop, which I'm absolutely sure it will be. So very exciting. Looking forward to October. Hope everybody else is, and make sure that you register. And if you've got some things to talk about and you want to do a paper there, make sure you put your abstracts in as quickly as you can. And let's just go over those quick things. You've got early bird application that's ending very soon. And then if you're a SAAKA member that's paid up, you can get a 200 Rand discount on the fees for the workshop.
Yeah, I think just in closing, just to say again, thanks to Candice for joining us, and well done on all the hard work you've put into the workshop. And yeah, fingers crossed everything goes to plan, and I'm sure it's going to be a success like the last two have been that I've been fortunate to attend.
Yeah, thanks. We are really excited, and we're really excited to have Dave and Margaret this year. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. Hard work will pay off.
Yay, it's been great chatting to you and getting to know a little bit about what you do. And again, I second Ayrton. It's been really, really great, the work that you've done to set everything up. So thank you so much for that.
Thanks everybody for tuning into this episode of Animal Talk Podcast. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one. And remember to go like our various social media pages. We're pretty much all over there. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. If you're looking for our handle, it's Animal Talk Podcast _ZA. And remember to also go and share our profiles so that we can help spread the word of Animal Talk Podcast between keepers.
Yeah, and if you would like to email us, it's pretty easy. You can email us on animal.talk201@gmail.com. We'd like to hear from you. And if you are wanting to know a little bit more about SAAKA, the South African Animal Keepers Association, their details will also be at the bottom of this podcast in the details. And you're welcome to click on those links and have a look and see how you can become a member. So really, really exciting. And remember, everyone, keep safe, and animals are our passion.
Thanks everybody for listening. And remember, our quality of care is their quality of life. Bye.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye. Sorry, I muted my mic there, so I will start again because the dog jumped off the bed. Okay, here we go.
Again.
She's been either like scratching the couch or jumping off the bed. It's one of those days, everyone. We just go with it.